Hey guys, and welcome to this video about The Flash. Before we get started, make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, stay up to date with all the movie news we have going on around here, guys. So, we're going to jump into this Collider.com article, and we're going to be talking about The Flash and its box office. So, The Flash continues a false start at the box office. The Scarlet Speedster can't catch a break. So, yeah, guys, obviously The Flash has been doing really, really badly at the box office. The last few DC movies have kind of bombed as well. Black Adam did really bad. The Suicide Squad did really bad. Birds of Prey didn't do very well, so obviously we've got Black Adam as well, which was a massive failure. So yeah, the DCEU, the old, DCEU has just been really sort of plummeting off a cliff. It kind of hurts my heart a little bit because I'm a huge DC fan. But anyway, guys, let's jump into this Collider article and see what's going on. So there's been a ton of surprising box office successes in 2023. Sadly, The Flash hasn't been one of them. Andy Muschietti directed the DC film starring Ezra Miller that vastly underperformed at the opening weekend, despite mostly positive reviews and great word of mouth. Not even the epic return of Michael Keaton's Batman. Guys, if you're really hesitant about seeing this movie, go and watch it. Michael Keaton is absolutely amazing. He hasn't missed a beat from 1989, and I would love to see a full-on Michael Keaton Batman standalone movie because he was so good in this film. I really enjoyed his performance. Could save The Flash from crashing headfirst into the wall. It's not getting any better either, as the time-traveling adventurer has made 26.6 million in its second weekend at the box office from 25,493 screens. That comes to 4.4 million admissions in 78 international territories of release. This brings the Flash estimated international total up to 123.3 million and its worldwide total up to 210.9 million. IMAX grossed 4 million of the box office this total weekend. The premium format accounted for 22.3 million of the Flash's total box office. The international markets accounted for 2.4 of that sum this weekend, with the IMAX's global total now up to 11.8 million. While this is nowhere near the box office bomb of Shazam! Fury of the Gods, and yeah, Jesus, that really bombed significantly. That was just unbelievable. That movie was kind of wholesome fun. It was good. I don't think it deserved to do as badly as it did. I expected it to make more money than what it did, but yeah, man, DC's just been tragic recently, which only made 130 million worldwide. Wow, for a DC movie, that's just insane. I still can't believe that. Made 130 million worldwide when it released this past March. Flash most likely won't even reach the heights of another disappointing DC project like Black Adam. This film couldn't even break 400 million worldwide last year. It's almost impossible to put a positive spin on the Flash's continued underperformance, with this film's chances of breaking even becoming less and less likely by the hour. Yeah, so people are forecasting this movie to, lose a lot of money. And obviously, it's no sort of hidden secret in Hollywood that this movie has sort of been in limbo for years and years while they've been trying to get this movie to be made. From what I remember hearing on a podcast, that this movie was trying to get made before season 1 of the CW Flash TV show. I'm not sure if that's completely true, but if that is, then that's just insane, because I think it debuted 9 or 10 years ago. So wow, that would just be crazy. Correct me in the comments if I'm wrong about that. So why did The Flash bomb? There are so many complex factors as to why The Flash is DC's most recent bat bomb, should I say. The controversial Miller factor. Yeah, for those of you who don't know, who maybe have been living under a rock for the last few years, obviously Ezra Miller, he's got a lot of accusations against him. There was a video of him coming out of Iceland where he was in a bar and he was caught choking a woman. Obviously, there's been allegations of him breaking into people's houses and, just all kinds of crazy things. The over-marketing and the assuming Flash was a popular character in the mainstream could very much be arguable reasons. However, the most likely reason for the film's low box office is the dreadful state of the DCEU. Like I say, guys, the last 5 or 6 films, man, they've just been really bad, real bad, low numbers. A film series that started in 2013, 13's Man of Steel, never was a box office darling to begin with. Man of Steel, the most underrated comic book movie that there is. Man of Steel is just an incredible movie. When you go back and watch it, I near enough watch it every couple of months. It's such a good movie. And you can argue that all 13 films in the universe have underperformed besides Aquaman and Wonder Woman. I don't agree with that. I think the movies that featured Superman and Batman, I think they did relatively well. And the Suicide Squad, that made 700 million at the box office, which I don't think underperformed. I don't think that's a bad number at all. Whether it was darker nature of Zack Snyder that kicked off the universe with the lack of direction. Now, I don't agree with that. False premises or constant behind the scenes drama. Yeah, there is constant behind the scene drama, so I do agree with that. The DCEU never clicked with the moviegoers the way it should have, and it's been divisive universe since it started a decade ago. Yeah, that's kind of an understatement. It's been really, really divisive. Obviously, you see online like you see comment sections for movie podcasts and people arguing about DC movies and all the drama going on about it. So that was made worse when James Gunn announced that he was taking over the newly minted DC studios with producer Peter Safran and rebooting the universe. Put films like The Flash, Fury of the Gods, and the upcoming Aquaman 2 in a weird state of limbo that had audience asking, why should we care? Because, like, if you go and watch a movie and it's just a standalone movie and there's no sequels or it's not a part of a shared cinematic universe, you go to watch that solo movie, that singular movie, just to enjoy the movie, the story that it has to offer just in that one single standalone movie. I mean, like, just like Aquaman and like The Flash, like, yeah, they're part of the old DC, but they're still movies. They still tell a single solo story about the character that happens within that movie. So whether they're not going to continue to be part of the DC universe going forward, I don't see why that matters at all to me. You can still go there and just enjoy them as single standalone movies. So that's kind of the way I see it, guys. This is a shame because The Flash is honestly a great superhero film. I wouldn't go that far. The CGI really took me out of the film. I would say the overall plot is kind of, I would give the overall plot kind of like a 6 or a 7 out of 10. The CGI is like a 2. But yeah, I would say it's worth going to see just for Supergirl and the Batman character. That it's worth seeing just for that alone. But the stuff that Barry has with his mom, the emotional kind of angle in the film, that really works. That's really good. Yes, things like questionable effects work have become the internet's next big joke, and for a very good reason. Go on YouTube and look at it, guys, if you haven't seen it. But Muschietti directed the heck out of this film. This was an extremely fun, hilarious, well-acted, and visually stunning time travel film with a mature heart at its center. Yeah, I completely agree with that. It had good heart at its center. Whether it was Keaton's amazing Dark Knight comeback or Sasha Calle's debut as Supergirl, both the two highlights of the movie, I would say, or Barry Allen's emotional quest to save his mother, that was the third highlight of the movie. The Flash was a non-stop thrill ride that's worth seeing in theaters. It'll make you feel like a kid again, playing with your DC toys as you imagine, wild adventures in your head, but also acting like an amazing Justice League Unlimited episode coming to life. So what's the future for the DCEU? I personally think that even when Superman Legacy comes around, they're going to struggle. The first few new DC movies of the new DC universe, they're going to struggle because they've got to win fans back over. They've got to start driving the box office back up, and they've got to win the loyalty of the fans back. They've got to show the fans that these movies are going to be something different to what the DCEU has put out before. So before the DCEU gets rebooted with Superman Legacy in 2025, Aquaman The Lost Kingdom will act as the final film in the current DCEU timeline. The sequel is making waves in theatre on December 20th, 2023. I cannot wait. The first Aquaman movie was so fun. It was so great. I remember someone saying it's like Star Wars underwater, and that's kind of what I took away from it. It's just like a really fun action adventure underwater, and it was just kind of a bit ridiculous, and it was kind of fun and wholesome as well at the same time. While DC fans anxiously wait for the end of an era, you can help the Flash's struggling box office by racing to theatres to see the film now. So yeah, guys, that's kind of where we're at now. So yeah, the DCEU is kind of on life support at the moment. It's really not doing well. The last 4 or 5 films have just come out and they've really struggled financially, critically at the box office, and it looks like the Flash is set to continue that premise going forward. Hopefully we see the Flash come out in December, and I'm really hoping that Aquaman comes out in December. I'm really hoping Aquaman can do a decent job because the first movie made over $1 billion, and it was such a good fun movie, and hopefully they can continue that into Aquaman, even though he's not going forward into the new DCU. It would still be nice to see DCEU end on a high note, because a lot of us DCEU fans, we hold the franchise close to our hearts. We obviously want it to go out on a bang. We don't want it to just fizzle out. So that's kind of where we are at the moment, guys. So let me know what you think about this. Have you seen The Flash? Let me know what you thought about the movie. What was the good points? What was the bad points? And are you looking forward to the DCU reboot, or do you not really care about the DCEU anymore? Let me know about your thoughts and comments about this whole thing down below, guys, and I will see you soon.